Hi Aquarius, this is Trudy and I will be reading for December of 2016. This is the last love reading of the year for you and I'm excited to get started, and so let's get moving. First card to come up for you is the Hierophant. This is an interesting card to come up for a December reading because it is the hippy dippy card. It's the think out of the box card. You can see this card. It is the Pope. What's called the Pope represents the Vatican, represents all things that are denominational. And actually, when it's reversed, we're speaking non-denominational or without a denomination to attach or associate yourself with. And so for some reason, this is coming up within love. And so this can mean a few things. First of all, when this card comes up, we automatically think of marriage in the upright, and in the reverse, we think perhaps this is a union that is coming up for you, which is non-traditional. And so if you are an Aquarian thinking of tying the knot, you may do it in a way that is unique only to you, and that's what I'm hearing. It can also mean that you're not buying into the traditional idea of what you should be doing, and that you and your partner may have different ideas in terms of how you should move forward with your children, I'm hearing, with your parents, and you may have value systems which are in conflict with one another, and that is taken front and center stage. Again, during the Christmas season, this can be important because the ways that we celebrate can vary based on background and how we were brought up and what it is that makes us feel a part of the bigger community as a whole. And so there may be some exploration going on within relationship as to, hey, do I feel as if I'm really celebrating if I'm not doing this? Or am I doing this only because my partner feels as if it is a part of how he should or she should celebrate? And so there may be a little bit of that going on. There's also some sense here where one of you may want to receive a blessing and the other one is not on the same page, and that can mean even counseling toward the end of the year. You might be also counseling with friends outside of the traditional mode of counseling, and so that's coming to mind as well for some of you. Now, if you're single, this can mean that you're outside of the church, and even for some of you, it can mean that you are being pushed or prodded along by a larger group, even parents or siblings, to meet someone who's part of that system that you've known, or even someone from a church or a temple or a social background that has been supported actually by a thought system or a religious belief system. And so this is very interesting for Aquarius, because Aquarius is such an independent thinker, and this seems to be coming up for you, that the independent part of you may be clashing a little bit with the holiday season, and so you're maybe even questioning whether or not you should join in. Up comes the Magician. Okay. And so how do you make this happen? How do you create a holiday with your loved ones or fit into even the idea of what relationship is all about? And that's what the Magician has to say. It's like, how do we create the magic of the holiday season with these different thought structures in place? And what actually do I believe? And how do I put my belief system into place to create some environment around me that feels magical? That's kind of the challenge, and you might also feel as if a little bit that you're being conned into doing some things that you really aren't that interested in doing, or you're putting on celebration or laying out a spread that you really had not really wanted to lay out, or there are additional people coming in, and there's a lot that's asked of you this holiday season by those who are around you, that you're in relationship and even in love with. And so it's starting to feel very, just less heartfelt and more about tradition. And so maybe that's rubbing you the wrong way, and you might actually decide to like turn it off, or not go along with the traditional thought patterns. You're kind of breaking tradition here. That's what I'm seeing. And you're not really putting the whole thing forward the way you have in the past, or you're not able to really break out the lights, the Christmas lights, or, you know, I'm just seeing that the electricity isn't completely on here, and that you're just not feeling as tinsely maybe as you have in the past. Break of tradition, I'm seeing some of that, and sort of it's rubbing you, this expectation, the wrong way. And then we have the Three of Swords. This is interesting. So you probably have maybe felt you're going through some separation. There's been a separation, or some issue that you've had to deal with that's left you feeling a little bit raw. And now for our Aquarians who are in relationship this holiday season, you might actually have had something come up that's sort of separated you from that lightheartedness that we all like to employ during the holiday season. But that's okay, because I feel as if this is a small incident along the way. It's kind of like just a thorn in your flesh. That's what I'm hearing. And so you can get over that. Now, again, I'm hearing you might need to, or even have had to have a shot, or there's a feeling of flu shot or something coming up that it's got you a little bit off or down, or even a little surgery perhaps. Something's come up. You might even be thinking about a little refresher, your face, but this feels surgical to me. And it's also at this point in the season something that it takes you off a little bit. Even maybe something happening with a loved one who has been suffering for a little bit of time. You're empathizing with this person, and it's kind of taken the magic out of the season for you. And that's okay, really. That's really what the holidays are all about. They're about being there for the people we love. And sometimes the people whom we really truly love are in pain. And the best way to celebrate is to acknowledge that they are in pain, and to sit beside them, and to encourage them in our own way, because Aquarius is not like any other sign. Aquarius is unique, and because of that, you're going to be able to show up for someone as no one else can. And so I feel like this is really a special time for you. Last card to come up, and it's all swords for you. It's the Ten of Swords, and so there's a lot of healing going on this holiday season. And I also feel as if you're helping someone recover from some of these traditional thought structures that they've had in the past. And you can see this card. You're actually helping to heal someone around you. If this is not you, you're taking an instrumental part in allowing this person to relieve themselves of some of these stressors that actually may have physically affected them. And that is a gift beyond gifts, because if you can help someone pull out some of these metaphorical swords that have been implanted over years and years, you're going to be so much stronger yourself. It's a gift that you can give to yourself. And so I see that Aquarius is doing an amazing job this holiday season. I want to give you a big prop on that. So thanks for watching. I'll be back in December. Merry Christmas and namaste.